Welcome to this explainer. Okay, today we're stepping into a subject that is just beautifully radiant and completely expansive. I want you to imagine the bright, sun-drenched landscapes of ancient India, with the sky totally illuminated by the waxing moon. We are exploring the profound concept of Shukla Ekadashi, which is the 11th day of the bright, expanding lunar phase. And, this isn't just some ancient calendar date. It's this incredible intersection where mythology, astronomy, and cutting-edge cellular biology all meet. We're going to look at exactly how a day dedicated to light and growth has actually become a fundamental tool for human health and expanding our consciousness. So here's our roadmap for today's journey. First, the birth of goddess Ekadashi. Second, moving from willfulness to self-control. Third, autophagy and cellular cleansing. Fourth, the 5 levels of abstinence. Fifth, a beginner's guide. And finally, number 6, Purana, safely breaking the fast. All right, section 1, the birth of goddess Ekadashi. This is where mythology meets the 11th day of the waxing moon. Let's begin with a story of a cosmic battle. But, before we get to the actual battle itself, we really need to understand the philosophy driving it. Okay, let's dive into this core Ayurvedic aphorism, Langanam Paramoshatam, which simply translates to, fasting is the best medicine. You see, the ancients believed that continuous eating kind of weakens our digestive fire, leading to a buildup of toxins, what they called amadosha. They understood long before modern science that physical restriction was deeply tied to both spiritual and physical healing. Giving the body a break literally allows it to shift from digestion to deep detoxification. I want you to keep this medical concept in the back of your mind as we return to our cosmic battlefield. So, according to the ancient Padma Purana text, the universe was being absolutely terrorized by this brutal demon named Mora. He had conquered the heavens, forcing Lord Vishnu into this titanic battle that raged for literally 1,000 celestial years. Realizing the demon's sheer brute force, Vishnu decided to change his strategy. He retreated to a Himalayan cave called Himavati and entered a deep, transcendental sleep known as Yoga Nidra. Mora tracked him down, and just as the arrogant demon raised his sword to behead the sleeping god, a blindingly radiant goddess burst forth directly from Vishnu's own body, specifically from his 11th sense. She completely overpowered and destroyed Mora. Upon waking, Vishnu named her goddess Ekadashi, granting her the immense power to purify the sins of anyone who honors her day. Section 2, from willfulness to self-control, the beautiful allegory of the mind and body. No, you have to realize the ancient sages weren't just writing fantasy thrillers here. They were actually mapping out a profound metaphor for human psychology. And this brilliantly illustrates what that cosmic bottle actually represents. On the left, the demon Mora isn't a literal monster, right? He's the personification of our own ignorance, our destructive ego, and our endless bodily desires. The sleeping Vishnu represents our soul, which is often unaware and dormant in the material world. On the right, Goddess Ekadashi represents our purified intellect, our true discipline and self-control. So, defeating Mora symbolizes destroying our own destructive ego. And that cave they fight in, that symbolizes the human body itself. Remember how the goddess emerged from Vishnu's 11th sense? Well, in Vedic psychology, human experience is processed through 11 channels, known as indriyas. Let's break that down. You have 5 senses of perception, like sight and sound. You have 5 organs of action, like your hands and your speech. And you have one integrative entity controlling all of them, the mind, or manas. That makes 11. The whole practice of fasting on Ekadashi is designed to withdraw these 11 senses from worldly illusions, turning them inward to achieve supreme mental clarity. Section 3, autophagy, or cellular cleansing. This is where modern science meets ancient Ayurveda. So how does this metaphorical slaying of the inner demon actually happen on a precise biological level? Well, when you fast for 12 to 36 hours, which is the exact duration of an Ekadashi fast, your body undergoes something called metabolic switching. Basically, your liver depletes its glycogen, and your body shifts to burning fat, which produces ketones. These ketones act as this premium high-octane fuel for the brain, which totally explains that sudden mental clarity practitioners always report. But the real magic here? It's autophagy. This is your cell's evolutionary recycling system. Deprived of external nutrients, your cells literally start eating their own damaged parts, toxic lipids, and misfolded proteins. Think about it. The cell clearing out its toxic debris is the exact biological equivalent of Goddess Ekadashi destroying the toxic demon Mora. It's amazing. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is this specific number right here, 800. Because this isn't just ancient theory. In late 2024, a prospective cohort study tracked exactly 800 women at the Krishna temple who strictly observed Ekadashi fasting for 6 whole months. And let me tell you, the physiological and psychological results for these women were dramatic. Researchers recorded significantly lower blood glucose and lipid levels. They saw a massive drop in C-reactive protein, or CRP, which is the primary indicator of dangerous inflammation in the body. Plus, psychological evaluations showed superior emotional stability, intense mental focus, and drastically reduced stress. Keep in mind, these incredible clinical results are the direct byproduct of the metabolic switching and cellular autophagy we just explored. Modern science is literally quantifying the myth. Section 4. 5 levels of abstinence, also known as the taxonomy of vrata. Now, at this point, you might be thinking, there is absolutely no way I can go 24 hours without water. But don't worry, the ancient texts actually offer a highly flexible system. Let's walk through this hierarchy. The highest level is nirjala. That's a strict 24-hour fast with absolutely no food or water. If that's too intense, the second level is jalar, where you consume only clean water. The third level, shir boji, allows for milk and dairy products so you can maintain basic protein and calorie intake. Fourth is palahari, restricting your diet strictly to high-quality fruits and nuts. And finally, for those who need a gentler approach, the fifth level is naktaboji, where you're allowed one partial meal, like potatoes or peanuts, eaten right before sunset. But regardless of which of those 5 levels you choose, there is one absolute golden rule: a strict ban on all grains like wheat and rice, and all legumes like beans and lentils. Theologically speaking, it's believed that on this specific day, Papa Purusha, the deity of cosmic sin, takes refuge inside grains and legumes. So consuming them means absorbing negative cosmic karma. Biologically, though, skipping them gives your digestive tract the ultimate rest it requires to actually initiate that cellular autophagy we talked about. Section 5, a beginner's guide, 3 days of spiritual nutrition. If you want to harness this ancient technology for yourself, let's set up a foolproof action plan. The traditional observation is actually a highly accessible 3-day cycle. Step 1 is dashami, the day before. You prepare your body by ensuring your afternoon meal is entirely grain-free. Step 2 is Ekadashi itself, the 11th day. This is your day of strict fasting at whatever level you chose, paired with deep mental focus and the conscious withdrawal of your senses. Step 3 is Dwadashi, the morning after, where you carefully and deliberately break the fast. Which brings us to Section 6, Parena, safely breaking the fast and your transition back to a normal diet. I really cannot stress this enough. How you end the fast is just as biologically critical as the fast itself. So the crucial point is the Parena ritual. First, you must break the fast within a strictly defined astronomical window the following morning. Second, Vedic science prescribes consuming very specific nutrients before a full meal. Amla fruit juice, which is packed with vitamin C, and the leaves of the Agatai kirai plant. These aren't just random choices, guys. These specific bioactive elements act as the perfect starter, neutralizing built-up stomach acid and safely restarting your digestive enzymes. This ensures a smooth transition back to your normal diet without shocking your system. By aligning the phases of the moon with the biology of our cells, Shukla Ekadashi proves that spiritual purification is a very real, very physical process. But it leaves us with an expansive thought. I want you to imagine a beautiful lotus blooming right now. If mastering your physical impulses through fasting is the key to defeating your inner demons and literally cleansing yourselves, what is the next step in expanding your consciousness? Thank you so much for joining me on this incredible journey today. Keep learning, keep expanding, and I'll see you in the next explainer.